And the whole internet hears you being pretty.
Yay!
Hey, welcome everyone. We are the Food Scientists getting ready to record episode 133.
Did you know you could hear me being pretty?
I do, Amy.
Yeah.
The whole everyone hears it.
The whole internet hears you being
We're all aware.
Hey, welcome everyone. Uh-oh, that's not me. I mean, that was me, but that's not me.
It wasn't your echo.
Well, stopped now, whatever it was. So,
And hey, as of recording, a storm was a brewing in Minneapolis, so hopefully we'll be done before that starts. But
My weather radar says
yeah, I keep getting these alerts.
I just looked at the weather radar, and I may be able to thread the needle here.
I
So
think
we'll
I have an
find out.
hour until it's supposed to hit here.
Well, yeah, I mean your studio's out in the wherever.
St. Paul side of the world.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whereas Brian and I get hit with it first. So we'll see how that goes.
So we'll let you know how it turns out, Amy.
Yeah.
Like if you should fear for your life, or you know.
Yeah. If you see me just like go away, it's because I'm under the desk.
Yeah, we watched Twister. We know how that goes. Hey, Lily, good to see ya.
Hey.
Hi.
Did you do shelter drills like when you were a kid in
Oh,
school?
absolutely, yeah.
Were yours like the duck and cover or the tornado?
Tornado?
Oh, tornado. Do you do duck and cover? Where are you from? World War II?
Yeah, like you would get like this tone that was a warning, and then the siren would go off, and then everyone had to go into the gymnasium and cover their heads.
We did tornado and we did fire. Stop, drop, and roll. We
Yeah.
actually had to practice stopping, dropping, and rolling.
Right. Well, I mean, maybe you guys were super hot. I will say this. It might be also because my elementary school was built on land that at one time housed the air defense missile system for New York City.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was built on a native burial ground. And I
Yeah.
was excited.
No, I mean, maybe. I mean, it's possible that was the progression.
Does duck and cover work for ghosts?
Yeah, no, it
Did they
started.
do that in Poltergeist? I don't remember.
I don't know. You know, the part that I remember is, at one time it was part of the New York City air defense system, and then they took those missiles out, and they were like, "This seems like a good place to put an elementary school. Hopefully, the enemies get the message."
Sorry, I was just thinking about how instead of a siren, for a warning, you'd get "They're here."
Well, this is going to be a great podcast.
Yeah,
Strap in,
we're off to a good
Lily.
start talking about food so far.
Yeah, lots of food talk we've had.
If anyone else is in the chat is watching, you can show yourself too,
If you want, or
If you want.
or not, or be
Say
incognito. It's fine.
Just
It's
say
fine.
boo.
we could actually start.
I have the metrics. I know you're there. And
No,
with that, the
Amy-
number went down. I watched the chart. Somebody left.
Yeah, you scared him. Dan,
did.
Amy's trying to get us to pause.
Oh,
Yeah. See, that's what the three, when she puts the three up, it's 3, 2, 1.
I paused just in time.
3, 2.
Well, there's the viewership numbers going back up.
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I'm your host, Amy Zajac. I'm here with Danny Sussman
Hello, Internet. Nice to see all of you.
and Brian Pierce.
Hello, non-internet world who's listening to us, and we can't see you, but we appreciate you listening to us.
And I appreciate that you got to us through a way other than the internet, because that's the only way we make this podcast available.
Their friend could download it and then hand it off to them on a jump drive.
On a floppy disk.
People
What-
could be
what if-
eavesdropping right now as we're recording. We don't know.
That's true.
You
Maybe
could have
there's
drones
mice in
flying
the
over your
walls.
house.
Are there mice in
Anyway.
the walls?
Aside from technology discussion, we will have food news and experiences. Then we're
Mhm.
going to have some international treat, which is going to lead us into some s'mores treats, and then some flavor icon potato chips. And for those that are just listening, I put flavor icon in quotes because we doubt it's going to taste just like the food.
Well, they're inspired by flavorful iconic restaurants have
Mhm.
inspired Lay's potato chips.
Yes.
I don't know how that's going to go. I'm a little nervous.
Lay's has a spotty track record. Let's be real about that.
Yeah,
But we do have meat flavored potato chips.
we do. We do. So, but we'll start off with news. I think we all have news. So who wants
Yeah.
to start?
I have one that will excite you, Amy. Maybe.
Okay.
There's a new flavor of candy corn. Now you're the candy corn lover among us. And
I like candy corn, yeah.
yeah, and Brock's, remember they did the brunch candy corn?
Mm-hmm.
They've outdone themselves. And my sister texted me this news story, so I didn't even have to do the research myself. The news is coming to me. I live in the future. It's a turkey dinner candy corn assortment.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, it's got green beans, cranberry sauce, turkey. Yeah, don't forget the turkey.
Are they just those shapes and they're still candy corn flavored?
Nope, that's the flavor. It's the full turkey dinner.
And isn't there sweet potato pie as well?
Yeah, I believe there's sweet potato pie too. It's the whole
kind of maybe see that one.
Roasted turkey, green beans, ginger glazed carrot, sweet potato pie, and cranberry sauce. Presumably all different candy corns, not all in a single corn.
That'd be awful, just all in one.
Yeah.
But, okay, who was thinking, you know what we need? Candy corn that tastes like green beans.
You know what?
Turkey.
I don't know who was thinking it, but you know what? I do know that maybe they were thinking this. I've been watching the Food Scientist podcast, and for 133 episodes, they have tasted foods that I would think no human would ever buy or try. I wonder if in Walgreens across America, we put Thanksgiving dinner candy corn, if we could sucker those three into trying them. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what happened.
The answer is yes. I mean, we say, like, who would do this? Why would anyone do that? We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, we'll probably taste it.
Oh, you could remove the word probably, Amy.
No, it's so funny, Danny, because I heard about that on the radio a few days back, and I made a note of, I'm going to have to try and find a news article about that. And then what happens a few hours later, someone shares it with me on Facebook. And yeah, living in the future is great. We don't have to do our own work.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the news to us. I have another news item too.
Oh, go for it.
I'm super excited about this because it's doing two things. It involves two things that I really appreciate. One, righting a long time wrong, and two, Wu-Tang Clan. I know. So get this. You're familiar with the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of ice cream trucks play a song that's called Turkey in the Straw. Now, if you were to reach back into history, that song has some racist past to it. And so the folks at Good Humor were like, we don't want our Good Humor trucks playing that song anymore. We need a new one. And so they did what most people do, and they said, what if we called up the RZA and said, RZA, would you be interested in writing a new song for ice cream trucks? And the RZA said, yes, I would. And so there is the Good Humor trucks will have a new song it's a jingle put together by the RZA. And if you go to YouTube, you can find it. They have a nice little video. I'll play a little part into my microphone, but it's just a lovely jingle.
It's a little slow.
It's got a little beat behind it that picks up, and that'll loop. I'm going to stop it before YouTube throws us off for copyright infringement.
You know what? It would make me eat ice cream.
It is. Like, if you had said to me who composed this, I would not have guessed the RZA, but it was, in fact, composed by the RZA. So the Good Humor truck ain't nothing to mess with. That's the moral of the story.
Well, I have big news.
Bigger than the RZA doing a new song for Good Humor? Hey, oh my goodness, what a week do we have?
Yeah, I got cookie news up the, well, I don't know where we'll put because we don't want food. But anyway, we have so many new cookies coming out. Now, we'll see if we're excited about them or not. But the first one, Fudge Stripes, is coming out with maple cream.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not excited, but when Oreo did that, it was actually pretty good. So we'll see.
I love maple flavor. I hope it's good.
And of
I'm
course,
looking forward to it.
that's the special batch, that they do that the elves.
Right. It's
the
limited
elves only
edition,
make them
but
once a
they'll
week.
make more.
Yeah. The bigger news, well, there are actually two pieces of Oreo news. One, the chocolate hazelnut Oreo is coming back sometime soon, within the next couple of months. But there also is a new Oreo, Java chip Oreo.
I'm excited for that.
Are you excited, Amy?
Well, no.
Oh, that's too
The only
bad.
thing I'm not excited about that is that they already call them chocolatey chips.
Yeah, I'm not super excited about that.
The latte thins are good.
That is true. That is true. When you're doing something coffee flavored, that balance has to be good. You don't want it to be too strong, but you don't want it to be too faint either. So we'll see what happens.
I bet you could dip it into whiskey and have the Irish Java chip.
I could
kind
be
of like the Irish coffee. You're right, Irish coffee chip. Oreo, I'm in.
I could be convinced to do that.
I'm sure you could. I still have the Screwball peanut butter whiskey that we haven't tried.
Ooh, yeah, we need to. We
need to do a Food Scientist After Dark special episode coming soon.
We do, but before we do that, I have
Thanks,
news
host
as
Amy.
well.
Way to reel us back
as
in.
exciting as what you guys had. I probably should have gone first, but Kellogg waffles are getting in on the Mystical Creature Brigade and coming out with unicorn waffles and mermaid waffles, along with birthday cake waffles. And now the unicorn is going to be cotton candy flavored, the mermaid blue raspberry, and birthday cake is yellow cake flavored with sprinkles. And
At least that one makes sense.
Yeah, that's not a good picture. There we go.
I'm
Now,
very
there's-
interested into how they decided the weird flavors that are associated with like that you would decide that a mermaid tastes like blue raspberry.
Well, I mean, it's the color.
Blue-
That's the latest trend. That's the
Right.
fad, calling everything unicorn or mermaid. So they went with what color is.
Well, maybe it's blue like the ocean, but something interesting to note on this is I got this news from like all our normal sources, Pop Sugar, Candy Hunting, what have you.
Yeah.
It literally just came out right before recording this. They're just appearing in the stores. Kellogg did no announcement. There's like no splashing special on their webpage. And at least Candy Hunting reached out to them and tried to, get some information from a rep, and they haven't responded. They're just slowly appearing in stores.
Huh.
And they don't have the Eggo brand on them either. It's just Kellogg.
This brings me to an interesting question. Would it be weird for something that you labeled mermaid to be fish flavored?
Is a waffle, yes.
Like, what if you had mermaid fish sticks?
Then it sounds like, well, that's true, because
Because a mermaid's half fish.
that still
Like-
seems worse that you're eating the mermaid. But what are you supposedly eating if you're eating mermaid
Right, if
flavored
it's
other-
mermaid
I mean,
flavored, it's the same.
I mean, like only one part is,
Right.
fish. So would it taste like tuna?
Shel
Ryan,
Silverstein.
Oh, I knew one of you was going to go there.
Yeah,
What?
Shel Silverstein
What?
wrote a song called The Mermaid. It's been performed by a lot of bands as a cover. Look that one up, and you'll understand how he gets his tail.
Mm-hmm. Or don't. And let's just move on.
You brought the news into it, Amy.
I did not bring in fish.
Well, you brought in half a fish.
I brought in,
The lower part was a
Waffles.
fish.
I was talking about waffles.
The bottom part is a fish.
Okay, so I have two experiences, so I should go first and last. So I'm going to keep talking. I've always, not always, but even before COVID, I used grocery delivery and online order and pickup. Not every time, but maybe a third of the time. This
Okay.
is the first time I got a goodie bag for doing so. They left this in my cart as a thank you. It even says, thank you for using pickup. Now, what's hilarious on top of that is what's in here, guys. Korean street barbecue potato chips.
That's on next week's episode.
I have two of these.
Oh, perfect. I don't have. You know what? Send those to Brian because next week, in the chat,
Send one to
Danette-
Brian.
Yeah, Danette was. Oh gosh. Oh, we
Buffalo
had
mac
those
and
too.
cheese potato chips.
Yeah, we had that.
I know. I'm like, did they know? Did they know it was me?
They must be fans of the show. There's no other
Yeah.
explanation.
And then a pomegranate bubbler, which is non-alcoholic. I was like,
Yeah, but you
what?
could fix that.
It would be weird for a grocery store to just randomly give someone booze. You're like,
To buy you a
hi,
drink?
I'm an AA,
That's
but thanks.
true.
You know?
But the picture at the bottom of this thing looks like booze. It's not, though.
It does
That's
say
good, yeah.
problem solved. So yeah, that does look like alcohol to me.
Yeah, next week we're gonna do a taco extravaganza. We have those Korean barbecue taco chips. We're not doing the Carnitas street taco chip this week. We're gonna do that next week, and maybe we'll find another taco in the mix too.
This was like cater-made for a food scientist here.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's fun. That's fun.
So this week, my experiences aren't that exciting. Although I did have a breakfast burrito this week for dinner.
Ooh.
With like at this taco place, and I was like, oh, all day breakfast burrito, can I get that with your al pastor? And they were like, yes. And holy moly, it just reinforced to me that belief I have that breakfast is the best variety of burrito. And it reminded me once again that Chipotle would be rich, just like Dairy Queen last week. I told them for $1 more, make it royal. Chipotle for $1 more, add scrambled eggs. Like, just count the money. Just count the money. But nobody listens to me. Nobody. I'm gonna just bring it back in.
Yeah, just take a moment for yourself there, Daniel.
Breathe in, breathe out.
I made my own grape jelly this week.
Ooh. What kind of grapes?
Somebody we know has grapes growing in over their garage, so like go and pick their grapes and juice the grapes and then make your own homemade grape jelly.
And they're okay with that.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, no. They're like, get these grapes out of here because it stains the driveway when they fall.
He didn't just walk up, oh look, grapes on a vine on somebody's house. Look.
I mean, I've been known to like do like urban foraging, but for berries and stuff. But that's a different podcast. But this is what I did. So I like to smoke meats, not like smoke a cigarette, like in the like barbecue smoking meats. And I
think we were all confused about what you meant.
yeah, like if you just take a paper and wrap up some animal and smoke it. No, on the grill, I smoke meat. So I had a smoked turkey breast, and so I made a sandwich that was it was on a bagel because I had that handy. Like my grape jelly, my smoked turkey breast, and then a little bit of Swiss cheese on top, and I toasted it and melted it up. I make me a good lunch. That's my food experience.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Well, I'm going to surprise you all.
You had a salad.
Close. I was super healthy though.
Oh,
I
God.
was so healthy.
Oh God, Brian.
Yeah, Danny, you might not want to listen too closely because I went to Dairy Queen. Dairy's healthy. It's good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I practiced
That's my
calming myself
non-reaction.
down.
I'm just like, okay.
I'm
Dairy
glad
is so good for you.
Did the manager remember you as the guy that just made everything royal?
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Hey, we're already copacetic, like
Okay,
we're good. So yeah, so I gave him the recap, like it was amazing, and he's like, I knew it. Yeah. But yeah, so then I said, okay, I have to try it again. So just to recap, anyone who didn't listen last week, take the Blizzard of the Month, the Oreo fudge brownie, and make it a royal blizzard.
Or as Brian say, give yourself the royal treatment.
Give yourself the royal treatment and make it a royal blizzard for a little bit more, and fill it with whatever you want. So last week I did peanut butter, of course.
Yep.
Danny did marshmallow one time and caramel another. Amy did cherries.
Mm-hmm.
So I also went very healthy. I did strawberries.
Ooh.
And
Amazing.
right?
Amazing. Yeah. Like so good. Like now the one thing is the strawberries, they're obviously not the best quality.
It's a sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do get chunks of strawberries. So it is like actual strawberries too. But so good. It was one of it makes that blizzard just so much better than it would be on its own. So
I know we have talked about this is now the third podcast where we're going down the make
that's
it
why
royal.
I couldn't just say I went to Dairy Queen and did this because people would be like, this is a rerun.
Yeah, right. but we're super hooked on like I had this right. I had this idea. I'm like, you guys, we didn't like. I'm beside myself that Royal has existed for this long, and I never did this. So I've been brainstorming though, because this is what happens: is I'm just sitting what looks to most people as still, but in the back of my head, my subconscious is processing, and the mud pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, for those not familiar with the mud pie, one of the greatest off-menu blizzards because it's the coffee syrup, the fudge syrup, and Oreos. Make a mud pie royal with chocolate, and that's just like
that would be too much.
I think that would be a dirty mud pie.
It would be dirty, but it would be too dirty where there wouldn't be enough variety for me. I don't think.
Caramel.
The caramel would be good too.
Caramel would be very good.
The marshmallow even, because that would almost be like a whipped cream on top. Yeah. I wonder if they could just put whipped cream in the middle. I don't think I'd want that.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be as special as other ones.
So make it royal, giving yourself the royal treatment. We owe an apology in retrospect to the Royal Blizzards.
You know what? We do, but we don't, because they did not put their best face forward.
But speaking of that, this actually ties into my last experience.
Okay.
But it's actually going to make you mad, I think.
Does it involve salad?
No, it involves...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we have a question in the chat from Silly Sally saying, am I alone that flavor should mostly stay with their original owner? Yes. I mean, try a Royal Blizzard, make your own, give yourself the royal treatment. You deserve it, Silly Sally. And let us know what you think, because it's amazing. Okay,
I will
Amy
say this.
has salad news.
I do think that we're going to find out even more about that when we delve into these branded flavored potato chips later.
Yeah.
Like, should Geno's Cheesesteaks own the chili cheesesteak? Tune in later. We're going to find out.
So remember last week, I still had my Royal Blizzard with me and I ate some of it. Guess what?
Yeah.
I still have that same Royal Blizzard with me.
Well, it wasn't very good with the cherries, right?
And lots of it.
You didn't eat.
I've been saving it. I just haven't eaten it. I only eat a couple spoonfuls at a time. I told you it'd make you mad. That's why I wanted to go last with this one.
Danny,
you know what?
We haven't said this. We haven't said the catchphrase in quite a while.
Yeah, you know what? I was trying to lighten up on it, but this is why you're the host.
This is why you're the host.
I mean, this is not only that, this is the second time you've come to us with an experience of not eating something. You did the same thing with Nutty Buddies.
And I brought this out just to poke you.
I would just curious about, for the folks in the chat, or if you're listening live, you can post. Are you interested in being the host of a podcast?
Low time commitment. We just ask you to do some social media.
I mean,
you have to do the social media, the editing. You have to pay Libsyn. You
do have to deal with us.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a good job.
No, it's not.
Let's be very clear. It's not a good job.
But if you're interested,
I can still show people how good it is for those watching.
It can't be that good because you won't have it a week later.
Well, I'll take over as host. What do you say we move on to tasting things?
Oh, please. Wait, I don't know. I'm scared.
We have
better a week old.
It's a box that looks like a pineapple and has it says product of Taiwan, and it has a bunch of Chinese, I believe, on it, and a sticker holding it shut. So what's in this? I know, Brian. I felt a little nervous about triggering you with a mystery gift.
Oh, there's a bunch of
little individual.
So inside, it says on the bottom of the box, we should say, it does say these are 1-bite pineapple cakes from Taiwan.
And I thought there'd be like one big cake in here.
Yeah, I figured it says 3 on the outside of the box, but there's more than 3 in here. There's like 6.
Yeah, I mean, all of them together are still bite-sized. These are tiny.
These are bite-sized.
Like pineapple.
And they're individually wrapped in little bags.
Open your package. It really smells like pineapple.
When I got these, they did have other fruits too. The boxes were still pineapples, but the fruit was different.
I wonder if you could put pineapple in the center of a blizzard.
This is not feeling fresh here.
And Amy, you can put pineapple in the center of a blizzard. That is one of the toppings. Mm-hmm. So that's absolutely possible. This definitely feels dense.
No, it does not feel fresh. It feels like it needs two women talking on a beach in a commercial about products that, like, you know.
It does have a
Anyway.
center.
Amy's eating it.
Okay, it's bite sized, so might as well when in Rome.
Ooh.
It smells better than it tastes.
It's not durian, but it's not far off.
Oh God, it's so much better than durian.
Are these dog treats? These are dog treats, right?
These are pineapple cakes. Whoa. They're pineapple-y, but yet it's not the sweet pineapple that I've come to know and love.
It's like something I've had before, but it's not.
Even put the sticker back on the box.
It's like chewy old pineapple.
It is a little waxy too.
It's very dry.
I realize why they call it one bite now, Brian.
Because you
It's
don't
not-
want more than one?
Yeah, it's not because you could eat the. I mean, you could. It's not because you eat the whole thing in one bite. It's because after one bite, you're done.
Yeah, and it left that weird coating on my tongue too, so it's like a water slide now. You know. But speaking of bite-sized food, we also have snack cakes.
We do.
We have the new Hostess s'more cupcake.
Now, how do you feel about these, Brian? Because
I'm excited.
are you? Because when we did our cupcake taste-off of the traditionals with Hostess, Entenmann's, and Little Debbie, Hostess finished a distant last.
It did, but it still wasn't bad. It just wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the second best.
I'm going to call attention to the back of this. Our birthday cake cupcake we didn't love, but you have 364 unbirthdays to celebrate.
Now,
So this guy's
I'm
a
not
little
gonna-
squat and dense.
Yeah, I'm not going to bite size these because I do want to savor it a bit. So let's see how they are. The cake is good. I am getting a graham taste.
A little bit. Now, it's supposed to be marshmallow filling.
It's not too different from the cream filling.
I was going to say, I don't...
Yeah, it's pretty much cream filling.
I realize that my cream-filled snack cake intake must be low because I can't really tell if it's any different.
I got this.
I know.
So if you want to take the middle ground between the traditional cream filling and like a marshmallow whip, it's kind of in between that, closer to the cream filling.
I'll say this. This is not bad. It's also not s'more.
Very much not s'more.
Full agreement, but it's kind of what I was expecting.
Oh my God, the top, when I don't know why I did this, but I put it under the flashlight of it sparkles.
Don't take a close look at it.
I don't think
The
you can
vampire?
tell.
What?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to tell that. It sparkles. It's kind of funny. I have those must just be sugar granules, but
It's a snack cake. I think if
Yeah.
you gave me a standard like vanilla one and one of these and said, can you tell which is which, I would struggle.
It would be difficult. I don't know if I had no idea that these existed and you gave it to me. I don't know if I could identify that it were a s'more
no,
cupcake.
just a cupcake.
I could identify that it's a snack cake.
Well, yeah, that was pretty evident.
I could even probably identify that it was Hostess. It had a very distinct Hostess like top chocolate thing.
Well, and the label.
Yeah.
But that's not the only s'more in town this week.
No. Twin Bing, right? Usually you see Twin Bing and like the Bing is like the cherry things. Right?
Yeah, I've never seen. Maybe because if it's cherry, I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
these
think
come.
no.
Uh-oh. I dropped mine. I'm going to disappear
Oh,
for the
no.
viewers at home.
I was
I'm
gonna
back.
try and take one up, but they're connected. I'm not
I
gonna
thought
tell
this
you
was
what
going to be
that
two.
looks like.
So,
Oh, what?
so these
Amy?
are a very regional treat. The Bings. Yeah, I'm just going to take like one of these and
Whoa, smell.
Ooh, it
So
smells
Palmer
good.
Candy, right? They tend to do chocolatey things
Yeah.
more than chocolate things.
So I'm gonna rip mine in half here.
That looks like it's gonna hurt.
Man, didn't hurt me.
Mm.
Oh, that's delightful.
Is it?
Are there hazelnuts in it?
Oh, that's not at all what I was expecting.
That's not s'more.
Because they put a picture on the box that makes it look like we're gonna get graham and marshmallow, like all that just coated in chocolate.
It smells more peanutty.
I was expecting a chocolate covered s'more.
Yeah, me too. This is like chocolate, like fudge with like nuts and marshmallowy things. There's no graham.
I would say it's closer to nougat than marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
It's tasty, though. I like it.
It's not s'more.
It's like if you took a salted nut roll and dipped it in chocolate.
Except you pre-chewed all the nuts.
Well, yeah, but I just meant flavor-wise. You get the nuts, you get the nougat. Yeah. So I agree with Brian. It's more nougat.
I don't really know what this is. I've eaten like the whole thing. I don't know what it is.
You know what? It tastes good. And on this show, that's all that matters to me because I get burned so many times.
So far, we are 3 for 3 on things that taste nothing like what they're supposed to.
You know, and that could continue with these flavors coming up.
It could. So Lay's potato chips has a promotion going on, Flavor Icons, where they took iconic restaurants and they made potato chips that taste like their signature dish. So we have from Geno's Subs in Philly, the Philly cheesesteak, from Party Fowl in Nashville, the Nashville hot chicken, and from Grimaldi's in New York, kettle cooked New York style pizza. Because if there's one thing I've ever thought I should do with a New York style pizza, it's put it in a kettle and cook it.
Turn it into popcorn.
Yeah. And there is another one. Well, there's actually 2 more. There's a carnitas taco.
Yep, and I'm sad because our friend Donette here in the chat was saying that she was wanting to hear about those this week, but next week.
Next week with the tacos and the Korean taco chips. And then there's a Walmart exclusive one, and that is chili relleno.
Oh, you're so close.
Relleno.
Yeah. The tilde is the nya.
Yeah.
Relleno.
It's a hard because you have the nya. Relleno.
So we haven't been brave enough to dig deep enough into Walmart to find it yet.
Hey,
Brian tried.
The scariest Walmart. Thank you.
Brian tried. I mean, that's why he was like so happy to see snack cakes afterwards, because that is the Walmart that we say always smells like weed, but they did not have it.
So which one should we start with? The cheesesteak?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with it. The only one I'm scared of is the hot chicken.
I'm gonna go on the record here and say that like I like cheesesteak. I don't like cheesecake.
You don't
actually.
like cheesecake? Shame on you.
I don't like cheesecake.
I don't know what it smells like,
but cheesesteak, like I'm really hit or miss on it, and like some of the more famous Philly ones are less my style because I don't like the whiz.
I did live in Philadelphia for 3 years, so I know what the real cheesesteaks taste like from Geno's and also from other places.
Does this taste like that to you, Amy?
No. I don't even.
It's
Get a meat flavor?
I'm getting meat. It's a very unique flavor.
I'm getting the cheese, but I'm getting the cheese, but not the meat, and certainly not the onion.
Oh, I'm getting the onion.
Okay, maybe the flavors are not equally dispersed.
It might be that I'm still getting the s'more.
I'm really getting the onion, and that's what I smelled too.
I just got onion in the second chip, and that's not as nice.
This is not a very meaty meat chip.
I gotta try one more. The first one had more meat and cheese flavor.
Well, I said we're 4 for 4 on things that don't taste like what they should.
Third chip.
That one had a hint of meat.
Cheese with a hint of onion. All right, are we doing the pizza next?
Sure. The kettle chips. Grimaldi's New York pizza.
Now,
So I've
we've
been to
had-
Geno's.
We have had pizza flavored chips before, and they are not always as good as you would think.
Doesn't smell like pizza.
Oh, the pizza's there, but this is more like Totino's than Grimaldi's.
You got it. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
It's the tomato sauce flavor. The pizza sauce flavor from Totino's.
I'm getting a little bit of like a deep dish crust, like, you know, when the crust and the oil, I'm getting a little bit of that experience.
I am too, although that is not what Grimaldi's is at all.
Mm.
Grimaldi's is like a coal-fired. It says New York style, but it uses like slices of mozzarella more than the shredded, so it's kind of got like the broken up, like where you see the sauce or you see the cheese.
Okay. Yeah, there's a local chain here, the Donnie's, that has Chicago style, and it kind of tastes like that.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like these.
Kind of tomatoey.
Definitely the Totino's pizza. It's not. I don't love Totino's. But
All right, so that's it.
Nope.
No,
let's go down south to Nashville.
I mean, I like Nashville.
I love Nashville. Nashville's great.
I like chicken.
They don't smell that hot.
Do you like your chicken hot?
Well cooked.
That sounds like a party foul, which is who makes that.
There might be pickle flavor too.
Yeah, a traditional Nashville hot chicken sandwich has pickle.
Yep.
Okay, Danny, let's do this.
These smell weird.
Yeah.
I taste
Ugh.
chicken.
Oh,
They're
it's
hot.
out of nowhere.
They're
I taste
hot.
chicken.
Oh,
Oh
and
my
the
goodness.
Black pepper, but not heat. Black pepper.
They're hot. Don't listen to Amy's a liar. These are hot. Oh. Why did I have another one?
well, because the flavor. Oh, as we saw in the other ones, the flavors they mix. So maybe the next one will taste more like chicken.
These
I don't-
taste
I don't-
so much like, well, they don't taste like chicken. They taste like bad chicken flavor, like chicken
Mhm.
skin.
These taste like
Mhm.
hot.
The first one I didn't even taste chicken because I was dying.
I
Well,
don't taste any pickle. I don't think there's pickle flavor. It's like chicken
I'm okay
skin.
with that.
It's
Well,
like
speaking
chicken
of dying,
skin
Brian.
and black pepper.
speaking of dying,
But
there's
there
three
are
of them.
Three of these.
Mhm.
So we should play our game of FMK, Frolic with, Mary.
God.
Kill.
I did just
Kill,
go
kill,
back to the
kill.
cheesesteak to see if it soothes my tongue. That's a trip.
Yuck. I think I know.
Go
Go
for
for
it,
it,
Amy.
Amy.
Surprisingly, even though it tastes like chicken skin, I'm gonna frolic with the chicken sandwich, whatever this one's called, the party fowl. It's not a great flavor, but at least there's some kick to it, some heat, a little excitement. Yeah, don't have a lot to say with that. It thought it would be good and it wasn't, so there you go. A frolic. I'm gonna marry the pizza one. It has that tomato sauce flavor from the Totino's pizza rolls, and that's not too bad. It's not real exciting, but I can stay with it for the long haul. Which means I'm gonna kill Geno's cheesesteaks. Well, not the cheesesteaks themselves; those are really good. The chips, because I mostly get onion and sometimes a hint of meat, and that's just no. I don't want that. That's not good. No.
Yeah, you know, looking at these, I don't want to be predictable, but I just got to kill the Nashville hot chicken.
Mhm.
You know, I was tempted to frolic because outside of the comfort zone, you know, as we've said before, even negative feelings, at least you feel something.
Mhm.
You know, it'll be memorable. It'll be a story. But no, I'm not that much of a masochist to do that to myself. You know, it's the one that I would be with and then have to block on all social media because I'm a little worried about what they're going to do next.
Right, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna frolic though with the pizza chips because pizza. Come on, pizza. Everyone say it with me. Even when it's bad, it's still good. This is going to be a snack with benefits. This is not a one-night frolic. This is going to be an ongoing thing right here. So, yeah, this is going to be some good times, and they're gonna keep on coming. Yeah. That means I'm gonna marry the Philly cheesesteak, which surprises me. And I was not thinking that is where I would go. But after these awful Nashville chicken.
So basically, you broke up with it and then got back together after dating around.
Yeah, well, because after that, I went back to these and it really comforted my tongue. And it was there for me. And it made it better. And
My week old Dairy Queen comforted my tongue.
Yes, after you neglected it for a week.
I'm going to have to keep this on hand for all the bad food we eat.
Yeah, so you know what, Philly cheesesteak? You were there for me when I needed you. Let's get married. Let's see if we can make it work.
Well, I'm sort of with you, sort of not, Brian.
You got to keep tasting them till you figure it out.
No, I know, but Nashville hot chicken from Party Fowl, right? Fowl. These were Party Fowl, Foul. I appreciate puns. Anyone who listens to this knows my love of a good pun and a good dad joke, but even that's not enough to spare your life. I'm sorry. Brian ghosted the chicken, and the reason the chicken was ghosted is because I murdered it. Goodbye.
It ghosted me because it was dead.
Yeah, and it was dead at my hands.
It haunted me.
Yeah. So, leaves me with pizza and cheesesteak. And I grew up in New York. I've been to Grimaldi's a bunch of times. And, they say in life, you always just want to go back to where you come from, right? And that's kind of where I ended up here. It's why I'm going to end up marrying the New York pizza, right? I mean, it does taste just like a pizza roll, but, we had our little pizza roll together in the hay. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not quite like I remember it, but it still feels good to go home. And I'm going to stay there. But while I'm there, Philly's not that far away. It's just a couple hours. And that's the kind of thing that it's the one I keep going back to. I can't quite figure I don't love it. Like, I know I don't love it, but I also don't understand it. And I want to just keep trying it, but I don't love it. So that's what I like. Well, I'm back in New York and we're married. Just, I know a few hours away is that Philly cheesesteak from Gino's, the Philly cheesesteak chip. And don't tell anybody, but we still frolic from time to time. I'm ashamed of it. I don't understand it. I know I need to stop. It's not very good, but life happens. It's not as simple as it was in the books.
Who are we to judge? I mean, come on.
Exactly. Thank you for not judging me.
Well, verbally at least.
Right. I mean, it's just a made up game of FMK over potato chips.
Oh, you're already throwing. When your wife asks. Okay.
Yeah.
Practice a little more. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Thanks. I'm back. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. So that wraps it up, I guess. There's no long rambling Minnesota goodbye.
Did anything we ate today taste like what it should have?
I mean, the pizza ones did taste like pizza, and if you had just given it to me blind, I would have been like, okay, that's a pizza chip. I definitely would not have guessed like the restaurant because I'm not familiar with the restaurant.
Well, if you were familiar with the restaurant, you still wouldn't have guessed
it. Tasted like a cupcake, but not s'mores.
Yeah.
I guess the cheesesteak kind of tasted like a cheesesteak. I mean, a little bit. Too much onion, but cheesesteaks have onions.
The pineapple cake tasted like pineapple. It just wasn't good.
It wasn't like the good pineapple flavor.
No,
it was the fake. Or like dried pineapple.
Now we're doing the Minnesota goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, you betcha.
We'll be back next week with all sorts of taco chips.
Yes,
Pork.
we will be back next week.
Carnitas taco
Yeah.
chips.
And thank you for listening.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, you two, for being
Thank
here
you.
with us this week and
Yes,
for
thanks for joining.
listening live or catching us after the fact.
That was fun.
And Party Foul is not the original Nashville hot chicken place either, says
No,
Silly
I know.
Sally.
Grimaldi's is not Grimaldi's is not even like representative of New York pizza of what you think
No.
about. Like,
No. I mean, it's good, but no.
right.
You know
And
what's
Gino's
sad?
is not
Gino's
really the good
is.
cheesesteak.
Gino's
Silly
and Pat's
Sally
are the
and
places
I-
most people know, but I prefer Jim's.
Silly
Like what?
Sally and I have matching T-shirts, and we were gonna like wear them together and be twinning sometime. But now, traveling you can't. We were also gonna revive Laugh-In, but I don't know when that.
We're going to revive Laughing.
Yeah, sock it to us,
Back it to me.
Which that happens to me every week, so I'm halfway there. I'm Judy Carn,
Wow,
and
Brian.
next week we're doing Carnitas. I'll be Judy Carnitas.
This gracious.
That's what I'll put in my thing, Judy Carnitas.
Is one of us going to have to pull on our earlobes then? No, that's
No,
different.
that's Carol Burnett.
I know. I said that's different.
We'll throw water on you or something. I don't know.
I'm
I'll
terrified.
put on my
right
go-go
now.
boots.
Okay,
Yes,
this is.
Danny, we'll put you in like a little skimpy swimsuit. And you can dance. We'll put words on your body.
I have a Speedo. I'll wear it.
There, yes, okay, we'll do that.
He will wear it though, Brian. We might not want this.
I mean, I'm at a desk. For all you know, I'm wearing it right now.
True.
I mean, you'd be lucky if I'm wearing that. Like, there could be nothing.
Oh,
Yep. I was gonna
it's a
say
food
wait,
show,
yep.
guys. It's a
Yep.
food
There could. I didn't say that there is nothing. I said there,
There
could,
could
be. For all you know, I'm wearing a suit.
Well, none of us have shown our pelvic region tonight or ever. Maybe someday, maybe episode 500.
Episode 500 is going to be aimed down here. That would be so wrong.
Well, good thing I have the end stream button. Thank you, YouTube. It's been nice. I enjoyed the podcast. We fired Amy, and then I quit. So next week is going to be Brian and some carnitas chips.
And Danny in a
And these, because I will hand these off to Brian.
On that note.
On that note.
Bye everyone.
Bye,
Have a
everybody.
great week.